Hello everyone, when I did a video yesterday about deaf fatigue, it received a lot of good response. So I thought I would continue that today and tell you about something else that comes with being deaf or being hearing impaired. So as you all know, your balance lies in your ears. And if you are deaf or if you have hearing loss, it does affect your balance. So it's safe to say that my balance is not the greatest, and that is okay. I still make it work. I still live a very fulfilled life. But I think what is most important is when I get on that stage, is to just show how much I am enjoying it and to have the time of my life. And I think I will do just that. So thank you for all of your continued love and support.
In case you're a little bit confused what she's talking about this video.
Hello everyone, I just want to give a bit of an explanation for yesterday. So I'm going to use this as a bit of an educational opportunity. So we deaf individuals do struggle with something called deaf fatigue because we have to concentrate so much harder on listening and following what is happening. And I moved through all of my duties very quickly, so I could afford to take a rest day. And I think it was super important for me to do just that, because as much as deaf fatigue is a thing, it's also not something to be worried about or to be stressed about. It's just something that you have to be mindful about and just watch out for the signs, like am I getting some vertigo, am I feeling a bit too tired? Then you just rest a bit and then you come back stronger and work even harder and fight for your space. So love you all and thank you for all of your care. Mwah.
Hello everyone, welcome to GNU According to CD, that is Government of National Unity. So let's go to Mexico City, Mexico. So of course, as you guys already know, that Miss Universe South Africa, Laro, continues to educate the world about herself and about the people that are living with deafness. And I believe she's the only contestant that's busy educating people about what they ought to know about what she stands for. Inclusivity. Speaking of inclusivity, I got gossip for you, but I will tell you at the end of the video what the gossip about. Somebody stealing somebody else's advocacy. Originality. Why born an original and die a copy? This particular Miss Universe contestant from a certain country that shall not be named right now, she kinda like copies Laro. Like Laro would pop something, somebody, I think they even have a designer right there by them, that everything that Miss South Africa does, can you create it in a speed of light? And then boom, she comes the next day looking almost like Laro. And you're like, okay, Laro, continue being a leader. We are not going to talk much. Anyways, Miss Universe South Africa, Laro, she now is educating us about being about deaf fatigue, and she's just saying, listen, I'm a South African girl. I mean, you know, as South Africans, we are resilient. We are not going to give up just because we are in a certain position in life or dispositioned in some way or another. No. We grab the bull by the horn and we will wrestle it, and guess who will come on top? Yes, South Africans. So we are not to be messed with. And then there is another thing that I would like to remind the world. You know, remember some person said, oh, Miss South Africans, the former Miss South Africans, they are unemployed as we speak right now. I'm sorry, that makes me laugh. As a South African myself, and you who is a South African listening wherever you may be in the world, we are known for our resilient spirit. And that is why Mia Laro, she's like, what? I'm going to get out on that stage and I'm going to have fun. Because that's what we do. We are known, we are a vibe. We are a vibe. So as I was saying, there is somebody who's like, oh, Miss South Africa, the former Miss South Africans are unemployed. Well, look at this one, unemployed former Miss Universe.
Miss Universe 2019 Zozibini Tunzi from South Africa looked so stunning as she hosted Miss Universe Philippines 2023.
Let's all welcome on stage and to our country, the longest reigning Miss Universe from South Africa, Miss Universe 2019, Zozibini Tunzi.
yeah, Chelsea Manalo, she is one of the faves because I guess what? Our own former Miss Universe, Miss South Africa, Zozibini Tunzi, she was there to basically introduce her to the universe after she had won Miss Philippines. We are doing great on the global stage and we will continue doing great on a global stage because listen to this one.
Hello, Zozibini.
Xin chào Việt Nam.
Wow, thật là dễ thương phải không thưa quý vị? That's lovely. Thank you for being here with us and thank you for being our judge tonight in the finale of Miss Universe Vietnam.
Thank you so much. I'm happy to be here. Thank you for having me, everyone.
And now let's go to the gossip of the day, you guys. So, as you guys already know, there were interviews that took place on day 5. And Mia Laro, she did also say that she was preparing for her interviews. And that entire day was on interviews, etc. and so on. And a certain Miss Green, White and Green also was part of the interviews. Obviously, she has to be interviewed. Tell me why. Now, guys, we are gossiping, right? We are gossiping. Tell me why Miss Green, White and Green, she hijacked Miss South Africa's advocacy on inclusivity. The judges, apparently, they were looking at each other. Because you know why they were looking at each other? All the Miss Universe contestants, they have their advocacies, and also they've been posting about their advocacies, including the foundation. Mia Laro opened a movement, not a foundation, a movement. So tell me why Miss Green, White and Green, she is copying Miss South Africa's advocacy. And I mean word for word. You know, I would understand when you take inspiration from somebody. I mean, I think we all take inspiration from somebody or the person that we look up to, but we do not mimic them per verbatim. We don't do that. That's called plagiarism. So one of the judges were like, there's already such an advocacy and it's also coming from Africa. Do you think maybe you can tweak your advocacy? It's fine if you want to stick to inclusivity. Other judges, I would say, why don't you put unity? And I'm thinking, whoa, wait a minute. The unity part, I understand where it might come from. Remember, the green, white, and green people are not united as a nation. Right now, they are on each other's throats on tribal lines. And so that other judges, we're not saying don't go with inclusivity, but why don't you tweak it to unity? And now, Miss Green, White, and Green, when she left the interview room, her spirit is crushed because clearly for all these weeks since she had won on the 31st of August, she's been watching and studying Mia Laro. And like when I get to Mexico, this is exactly what I'm going to be spitting out. Now, of course, as you know, these things, they are done in alphabetical order. Obviously, N will be before S. So clearly she thought, if I place my own advocacy first and then the other one, when she comes, they're going to say, but you are copying Miss Green, White, and Green. She did not count that the judges and all the people of the world and the universe, they know what Mia Laro stands for. And she's been consistent with that since the day she won Miss South Africa. And here's the proof.
I am a proudly South African deaf woman, and I know what it feels like to be excluded. But thanks to the Miss South Africa organization, I have a foot in the world of the included, and I want to build a bridge between those two worlds. As your Miss South Africa, I want to partner with the government, corporate South Africa, and anyone who is able to help the excluded, from financially excluded to being differently able, to achieve their wildest dreams, just like I am tonight. Thank you.
Now, do you think you can fool judges just because N becomes before S? Oh my gosh. When I heard that, I was in disbelief. I was like, what? What? And then you are having people coming up with videos and say, oh, Miss Green, White, and Green, she's doing the most. She's doing the best. She's going to win. Already, you have judges that have minusing points like nobody's business because she's copying another girl. You cannot win. I don't think you will even place in the top 30 because your advocacy is a spitting image of another girl. Of another girl. Anyways, that is quite interesting. Guys, speaking of which, right? I just want to educate fellow South Africans. The other day, we talked about free promotion coming from them. I see that they've stopped. Thank you for watching Green, White, and Green. I appreciate you because now you are doing the opposite of what I had encouraged my fellow South Africans not to do on your comment sections. Yeah, I've been infected with this laughing thing after saying something. But anyways, another thing, fellow South Africans, let me just educate you about how YouTube kind of like works and how YouTube pays people. So on YouTube, there's this thing called CPM. This is cost per miller, or cost per mile, as some people will say. Miller is Latin word for 1,000. So meaning that every 1,000 view, you are going to get paid, a YouTuber will get paid a certain amount of money according to what advertisers are willing to pay for that particular video. So this is how it works. In Africa, we have the lowest CPM, all right? Some CPM goes as far as in cents per 1,000 views, meaning like 5 cents for 1,000 views. Sometimes the most paid is around 50 cents per 1,000 views. Now, the only African country in the sub-Saharan Africa that pays the highest CPM at $10 per 1,000 views is South Africa. I know that other African countries, but in the northern part of Africa, as we know, some of them don't even consider themselves African. So that is why I'm not even going to touch them at all, because they don't consider themselves as us. So the only country apart from those northern countries that have high CPM, that is your Algeria, your Egypt, your Morocco, what is the other one that I mentioned? Algeria. Just to give you an idea, Tunisia. South Africa is the only one below those countries that has the highest CPM at $10 per 1,000 views. Now, here's the thing. The reason why the Green, White, and Green people are mentioning the word South Africa in their videos, that's because South Africa is a paying keyword. So you may talk about something else, because that's what they do. They will talk about something else, and then some segment in their videos, they are going to talk about South Africa. This is to trigger that, that $10 per 1,000 views, okay? So meaning now, if, let's say the guy, that sick guy, the mentally ill guy from Cameroon, yeah, the one that poses as a Nigerian, that guy has figured South Africans out, and he is making thousands of dollars using South Africans. You know why? Because as South Africans, we will defend our country no matter what you say. But he knows that. He knows that if he puts a title on the video with South Africa in it, South Africans are going to go in there, make comments, either fight him back, and then he's not going to care. All he's going to do is just rub his hands together and happy that in the end of the month, he's going to begin earning thousands of dollars out of South African eyeballs. Now, how to get rid of that? It's not to watch his videos. It is also, there's a button on YouTube where you can actually ask YouTube not to recommend or see any of his videos. Then you will see his tune changing. His views or his tune is going to change about South Africa because he will no longer be making money out of South African eyeballs. Now, let's go back to green, white, and green people. The green, white, and green country, when advertisers are willing to pay, the highest is 50 cents per 1,000 views. But from what I understand, per 1,000 views in the green, white, and green country, it is 20 cents. 20 cents. So that means for him to get $100, just $100 alone, he will have to compensate with a little over 4 million views. You must also understand that not every viewer watched the video from the beginning to the end. So meaning that at some point, even that 20 cents itself is going to be affected by how many people do not watch the video in full. And then he could even get as far as 1 cent per 1,000 views. So do you understand now that when you go into his comment section, you are actually paying him thousands of dollars. And the more he earns these thousands of dollars, that is his strategy now, that every video I make is going to be about South Africa. Now, Mia Laro is also becoming a keyword that pays, because I'm beginning to see other countries as well that are talking about Miss South Africa, because they discovered that if you talk about South Africa together with Mia Laro, your money goes up. Mia Laro, the algorithm has now raised her to the advertisers that if you, this candidate right here, when she's spoken about, the views become high, and they come from all over the world, not just from the region she comes from. I hope you guys do understand what I'm saying here. So to close the tab on the green, white, and green is not to go into the comment section, because the comment section, it is what triggers the algorithm to push the video to even more people. The less engagement the video experiences, the less the YouTube algorithm pushes the video to people. Because when you don't comment, they are not going to make money. I hope we understand that. We understand each other, right? Now, I just thought, let me come and give you that piece of education on how YouTube actually works. Even if you see a clickbaity title about South Africa, it's a trap. You are being trapped. All right? Let them continue promote South Africa, though, especially Mia Laro. That part still works like magic. But do not go in the comment section to try and defend Mia Laro, because that's a trap for them to be making more money. Yeah, you know, $10 in green, white, and green, that's 3 months grocery. Just $10. Can you imagine $100? Can you imagine $1,000? Can you imagine $3,000? Which is what I suspect they are actually earning out of South African views. Close that tab, and you'll see the tune will change. It will change. Other than that, guys, I thought let me come and show you what Mia Laro is up to in Mexico. Doesn't she look gorgeous in this video? She's going to dinner.
Hello everyone, so I'm off to dinner, and this is just a little bit of my outfit check. I did a sleek bun. I'm wearing this beautiful peach dress with this beautiful little flower here. These are my jewelry. I've got my Pandora bracelet, of course. Won't go anywhere without it. And then I'm also taking with my clutch that I got gifted by Miss Universe. Love you all.
Thank you so much, Mia Laro, for that. And we look forward to more of your posts later on. And I'll be right here to update fellow South Africans and your fan base all over the world. Thank you all so much for watching. Please do not leave the video without liking, sharing, commenting, and subscribing. And please, when you subscribe, click that bell notification so that you get notified every time I upload a new video. See you later.